Okay, welcome to Kail Shira Part 3. Baruch Hashem, welcome everybody, welcome one and all. So it says in the pasuk in Tazria, v'tamei yikra, tamei yikra. The Kayin calls him tamei yikra. It's called tamei. So what is this? It says now. It's brought down from the Holy Shlach Kodesh that we see. Kol paisel b'mumay paisel. Right, the famous words in the Gemara in Kedushin. Shametzayre hu hatame v'kayre lechaveirei tame. The Metzayre, he himself is a tame guy, but he says no, he's tame. Yeah, he's tame. Look what it says now. V'chein kosav Ramban. The Rambam says. V'chein kol paisel al acherim tamid v'oyma aleim sheheim mamzerim. The Rambam writes. He says, those people, those are mamzerim over there. What does the Rambam say? Choshishim loy shema mamzehu. So someone is saying, those guys over there, those are mamzerim. I know that those families mamzerim. He says that, he's talking about them. The Rambam says you have to be choshish, that maybe he himself, the guy speak, he's a mamzer. Right. And if he says, those are slaves, those guys are slaves over there. Maybe he's really a slave that ran away. So in other words, paisel. So it says kala paisel b'mumay paisel. If someone is paisel and makes a mumma, someone else is paisel really on him. Right. Now listen to this, and I have a beautiful. Okay, now the Bal Shem Tov says on this kala negoyim adam raya chutz m'negiyei atzmai. Right? A person sees all the blemishes in everybody else, but he doesn't see about himself. Right? And we know, if we learn from the Bal Shem Tov HaKadosh, that he says that really everything we experience in life is a mirror. Right? But if we see something in somebody else, we have to understand that it really has to do something with us. So there's a quick ma'ase that I'm going to lead into the next ma'ase in a minute, okay? So there was a great tzaddik. We know it was just his yard site, right? It was the Rabbi Elimelech Milazhensk, the holy Rebbe Ramelech, right? So at the time lived also a great tzaddik, Rabbi David Lelever. The Lelever, he was a great tzaddik, a student, a great tzaddik. But now the Rabbi David, Rabbi Lelever, didn't know the Rebbe Ramelech. So he went to travel from Lelev, he went to Lezhensk, he wanted to meet the Rebbe Ramelech. So he came into the Rebbe Ramelech, and the Rebbe Ramelech asked him, if he has to. He said, my name is David. David, where are you from? I'm from Lelev. Okay. So he asked him, if he is the Agus to mention Lelev, who was the lowest person in Lelev? So you know what he said? He was thinking, so he was thinking for a second. He said, there's a guy, Yossel. He's a shikker. Yossel's a shikker. He must be. Remember, Melech saw him. He covered his face. He looked away from him. He didn't want to see him, so he walked away. And he stays in Lezhensk a couple days. He's thinking about it, and he comes back to the Rebbe Melech. He says, "No, really, I'm the lowest person. David, ich bin der Eiges to mention Lelev." So he accepted it. Now, there's a nice story about this that there was a dairyman in the city, and there was a baker. All right, you listen to this nice story. There was a dairyman and a baker. And the baker used to go and buy from the dairyman his cheese and his butter, whatever he needed. Yeah. Okay. And over time, the baker was checking the weight of his things he was getting from the dairyman, and he was noticing that it wasn't exactly correct. Yeah. It wasn't correct. Sometimes he ordered a kilo. A kilo's 1,000 grams, right? Yeah. Excuse me. And sometimes he would get 900 grams. Right, yeah. Sometimes he would get 850 grams, 800 grams. Yeah. He got very upset. And he talked over with his wife, and he said he's going to take the dairyman to court. That he's cheating me.
Why don't you tell him
Listen, he's cheating me.
You have to tell him
so they came to bring the dairyman to court. This guy never went into court. He had nothing to do. He's an honest man. He never was in court before. He was petrified, standing before the judge. So the judge asks him, Lou, in your business, do you have any kind of a system of weights and measures? How do you do this? So he said, well, I don't really have anything that professional. What I did was I made myself a scale, and I take and I take, let's say, a kilo weight, and I put it on one side, and then I put my butter on the other side. I make sure that it's balanced.
Yeah.
Right? That's why the old scales were right.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Okay. So he says, okay, so if that's the case, he tells the dairyman, so I don't understand, because the baker is claiming that he gets sometimes from you a mixed measure. Sometimes he gets 900, 850, 800 kilos. So what's going on? So how are you measuring his things? So he says, very simple. When the baker delivers the bread to me that I buy from him, he sells me a kilo of bread. So I take his bread and I put it on the scale. Then I put my butter on the other side, and I measure it. So they say, wait a minute, so you mean you're not using an actual weight? No, I'm using a weight. I'm using his kilo. He has a fine scale in his place. I know that. Yeah. So I take his kilo of bread and I put it on the scale, and I put my butter on the other side, and I put the cheese on it, and I use that to measure. You understand what happened here? You understand? Kala paisa b'mumay paisa. Right? In other words, really, it was the baker that was the thief. But he didn't see that he was a thief. He only saw the negei of someone else. He didn't see the negei atzmai. Yeah. He didn't see what was going on with himself, right?
Yeah. So but the fact that he used
so the fact that he used his own thing, that's what he was very, very embarrassed, and he went on. So now to answer the story with Rav David Lelever. So Rav David Lelever, no one, listen, everyone has something. He said that Yossel guy was the lowest guy because he was a shikar.
Right.
But really, what was he saying? Really, can Rav David say that he never took a drink?
Yeah.
He never took a drink, never took anything, even a little wine. Yeah. He didn't have anything. You can't say that. So when he realized that I myself drink wine, I myself had a shot of brompham, I myself had that. So that means I have a little bit of that in me as well. So why am I saying he's so terrible?
Right.
Why am I saying he's so terrible? But he realized that like we learned from the Bal Shem Tov, Kol HaNegoyim Adam Roya Chutz Minegei Atzmai. He only sees the Negoyim from himself. Okay, so we'll leave that over here. Thank you, everybody. Now